The NFL moves 3 games because of COVID-19 outbreaks.
Driving it home with Patti Vasquez now.
AP News, I'm Tim McGuire. A veteran suburban Minneapolis police officer breaks down as she...
This is 8:20 a.m. WCPT Willow Springs and streaming worldwide at WCPT820.com. We are Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter. Now your WCPT 820 Chicago traffic update.
South DuSable Lakeshore Drive, bumper to bumper, North Avenue down to Chicago Avenue. Northbound on the Brick Soldier Field to Monroe. Now the northbound side of the tri-state, jammed from 111th up to I-55, with a crash blocking 2 left lanes. South 355, hefty from St. Charles Road down to Finley, with a crash there in the right lane. Eden's End, stop and go from Dempster down to the Kennedy Merge. Lake Cook Road down to the junction 38, now 15 on the flip. Kennedy outbound, suffering from an earlier crash near Division. 54 minutes just at the split. 33 in the Express. An hour and 9 out to the O'Hare terminals. Inbound from O'Hare at 54:24 of that in from the junction. Ike outbound 54 minutes to 390, inbound hour 5. Stevenson out to 355 and 56. That's traffic. I'm Mary DeBadges.
Your power-chewing dog runs through toys like they're going out of style. That's because weak toys aren't their style. They need something tougher. Your monthly subscription from Bully Make is packed with ultra-durable toys and healthy treats made here in the USA. Tested by tough chewers and delivered every 30 days. All backed with a satisfaction and durability guarantee. Try your first box at 40% off. Go to bullymake.com/radio now.
Bully Make! Tougher toys for tougher play.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at Home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
WCPT 820, Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter.
Driving it home with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses says, she's driving it home with Patti Vasquez.
Well, that technical glitch was, of course, me. I was trying to set up, and I hit the mouse, which triggered a whole bunch of different things, so my apologies. I'm like waving at Lady B. I'm like, that was me! What did I do? What did I do? And she came in and smoothly readjusted everything. So my apologies, but I will say this, that pretty much reflects my mood. That little technical crash. I left this show in such a great mood yesterday, Lady B. I was happy. I was excited to do our digital show. We'd given away a great prize from North Branch Fried Chicken, who, by the way, they're having their great little pop-up holiday celebration tomorrow at noon at their location over on Northwest Highway. It's right by Austin, near the Gladstone train stop, by that Metro train stop. So, yes, I was in a good mood yesterday, and then I got a message from somebody in my office asking me to do a report. They were like, hey, going into the holiday week, could you, compile some of the numbers? I do this every week, but they wanted something a little more specific, and so I was putting together a document, and I thought, last night I thought, well, I'll just take a look at the numbers and see how we're doing with COVID across the state, and here's what we're gonna do today. I need a favor from you guys. Let's put each other in a good mood. Even if you're already in a good mood, help us out here. Help those of us who are concerned about this, because I'm gonna tell you there's so many things. First of all, in the last 24 hours since I left here, Lady B, I found out 4 people that I know who I'm good friends with have all tested positive for COVID. One is in the hospital, and that was while I was trying to compile all of this. and we are headed in not just the wrong direction, we are headed in a dangerous direction. We have IDPH, the Illinois Department of Health, recorded 11,858 cases, new cases of COVID-19 from Wednesday through Thursday in one day, which marks the largest single-day increase of new cases since December 1st, 2020. Not this year. So we got... I don't know what to tell you guys. December 15th of 2020 was when the first vaccinations went into arms for healthcare providers. For about 500 vaccinations a little over a year ago was when we started to have the tools in our reach. We had access to the tools to not just slow this down, but to contain it, to make sure that we could gather again, so that businesses could thrive, so that we could hug our grandmothers, so that we could our kids could play with each other. In one day, we went up from 5.8 to 5.9 positivity, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but that means it's continuing to climb. Over the last week, our state has averaged more than 8,000 new cases per day, and we have not had that volume of new cases since a year ago in 2020. It's hard, and I will tell you this. We are struggling in the city of Chicago with CPS. We have the numbers have gone up drastically there. In November, they were averaging about 300 to 400 total cases of positive students a week, and staff. This week it was 764 students and 246 adults. But what really it takes my breath away, and this is happening in various places in the state, because we talk about the city of Chicago and our numbers here. We have, statewide, we now have only 9% of our ICU beds are available. And in places like Moline, in the Quad Cities, they are approaching capacity with the number of COVID, the total capacity for their beds. Their COVID patients have doubled over the last month, and the COVID patients now occupy in Moline, several of the hospitals, one of the hospitals in particular, roughly 80% of all critical care beds. And of those patients, 90% are unvaccinated. Well, I don't know what to do. And there are places, we have counties in the state that are below 30% for vaccination rates. And it is putting a strain. It's not just putting a strain. We are at the point now where at these hospitals in the Quad Cities, if there is a medical catastrophe, they will not be able to handle it. They are delaying some major surgeries for people with lung surgery, with heart surgery. And we are doing better than our neighboring states. We have not been talking about Wisconsin and Indiana and Iowa. Minnesota is doing better with vaccine rates, but we are doing better with positivity rates because we have been masking. We are the only state in the Midwest that has mask mandates. But if you're going someplace, we all have been places where we are being careful. We're wearing our masks, and we see other people going, with as though nothing is happening. Jim, how are you doing today, Jim? Put me in a good mood, because I sense that you might not be putting me in a better mood. What's up?
I'm just thinking about single payer health care.
Uh-huh.
I think it's absolutely critical at this stage. It just shows you that we need more hospitals, we need more doctors, they have to be better paid, nurses have to be better paid. Let me give you a quick example. My wife's got terminal cancer.
So sorry.
She's passed away. It's been about 13 years, it seems like yesterday. But anyway, we're in Lithuania, and we ran out of medication, Xanax and whatever we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we go to an old Gulag hospital, a French doctor, a lady, I explained the situation. She gave us the medications. I said, any charge? So, no, dear, there's no charge for that.
Wow.
And now, fast forward to the United States, my wife, for instance, when he called the Epsom Gym, it's $2,000 for this, $2,000 for this application, so on and so forth. My point being that politicizing this pandemic is absolutely beyond extraordinary. It's insane.
It's killing people. Yeah.
It's killing people. Politicizing this was just absolutely insane. And you hear it all over the radios, take ivermectin, do anything but don't get vaccinated. But I think if they took a poll with doctors, they would want single health care because, for instance, Germany gets a kid out of school gets about $250,000. A long-time physician gets about $500,000. They live pretty comfortably there. But everybody has the familiarity with their doctors. It's their kids, you know what I mean? So they have familiarity with hospitals. We don't here. We're in the dark. you've got to go through all kinds of hoops.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fred, I don't know. I think that I don't know. I think the next year's got to be a little bit. It can't be any worse than this one. The way it's just been insane. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to. Jim, you're supposed to put me in a better mood. It can't be any better. I cannot honestly answer that question right now because I'm not feeling great about our numbers.
Well, I tell you the truth. I think real quick. I had to go to the dentist, and I've been putting it off, and I went in there, and anyway, a couple of contacts with a few people. I came in today, I feel like I got a headache, but I got my third booster. My point being, everybody's going through this. It's just, and this variant is God only knows, little kids are getting it, and it's just all over the place, But we just got to get vaccinated. Everybody's got to get vaccinated.
We got to get vaccinated. I agree. We
got to get vaccinated.
And I think that those of us who are vaccinated and who are willing to do what it takes to keep our families safe are going to have to. We have to do our own guidelines of what we're willing to do. I was supposed to be at the Laugh Factory tonight, and I called them and I said I will not be there. I don't trust. I did a show on Wednesday. And I came off stage, I was in the hallway, and I was getting ready to put on my coat, and an audience member came up to me and hugged me without any warning, without his mask on. I don't know what to do. I can't be in a situation that's vulnerable like that.
Since the inception of this, I was talking to my elderly aunt. I said, before masks were even thought of, I said everybody should wear a mask, not because I don't care if it prevents it or it doesn't prevent it, but it makes us aware that there's a disease going around.
Right.
In other words, you see everybody with masks on, it should be a mask with COVID on it, because we should all be aware that it's around. Nobody has the right to infect anybody, or they don't. I'm sure they don't want to deliberately infect anybody, but. The point is, masks, if they only work 10%, the point is you realize that this disease is still around, and that's a good thing to do, rather than just say, all right, let's all get it and we'll take our chances.
No.
Our healthcare in America is miserable. I mean, as far as people getting access to good doctors and so on and so forth, it's just a miserable condition. We've got to do something about it. I know doctors. I know that they go along with it if they took it to a vote. Anyway, you have a good.
All right. Well, Jim, hey, I'm about to give away a prize. So if you want to hang in there, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give away. You don't want to win anything?
Give it to the. Give it to the next guy.
Well,
give it to the next guy.
Well, I'm gonna give everybody a chance. If you don't want the opportunity, I appreciate that, Jim. Yeah, Thank you.
Don't worry about it. You have a great weekend, and thanks.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thanks. I appreciate it. So yes, 773-763-9278. I have some great prizes to give away. Mary, you're in the hopper for this. So here's what the deal is. I'm going to make this very easy because we are. I want folks maybe who are listening who are whether they're vaccine hesitant or anti-masking and all those things. I want folks who have been doing the responsible thing to give us a call for your chance to win the Hungry Monkey Baking Company basket. It's a Santa's favorite gift box, including their signature chocolate chip banana bread, pumpkin bread filled with warm spices, their triple chocolate brownies, which I guess Howie Mandel loves. Sometimes I think, what kind of cookies does Howie Mandel loves? He likes Hungry Monkey Baking Company's cookies and brownies, and their giant chocolate chip macaroons. And this will be delivered to you, and we're excited to give this away. By the way, the Santa's favorite Christmas box it was packed with red tissue and red and green crinkle papers. So maybe this is something you want to give away, or this is our gift to you to do as you please. And we're excited to give this away. 773-763-9278. In order to be eligible, just call in and tell me what you're going to do to be safe during this holiday season. If you're changing your plans, or you've already had an agreement with your family, we want to know that people are vaccinated. Are you changing your travel plans? 773-763-9278. Let us know what you're doing to be safe during this holiday season, because I want to be soothed by your safety. And your safety is a priority for all of us. We need you guys. We need everyone within our listening area to be engaged, to be involved, and above all, to be safe. So let me know what you're doing to be safe. And before I go to the break and take your calls, I want to make sure sure that I read the rules of our contest. Contests running on WCPT are open to listeners 18 or older and residents of the greater Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana area. 1 entry per person, 1 winner per household. Void where prohibited by law. Listeners may only win or qualify to win once every 30 days. Complete rules are available on our website at WCPT.com by clicking the contest tab. So 773-763-9278 for your chance to win a basket from the Hungry Monkey Baking Company. More after this on WCPT 820, and I'm your host, Patti Vasquez.
Who doesn't love pets? This is Joan Esposito, and here at WCPT, we really, really love pets. So much so that we're spotlighting an adoptable, adorable dog or cat every month. Our friends from local rescue agencies will be featuring a furry celebrity on the WCPT820.com homepage. And we'll talk live with them and Dr. Craig from Mark Drugs about why rescue is best. It's all part of Live, Local, and Progressive with Joan Esposito. Log on to WCPT820.com to learn more.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning and revolutionary online learning program that's changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by teachers and early childhood learning experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 7,000 learning activities and more than 650 lessons, it's the most comprehensive early learning site on earth.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
It's just endless what they can learn on ABC Mouse. I've always had to use 20 websites, and now I can just use one.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio, abcmouse.com/radio.
Sponsored by Age of Learning.
This is WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Christmas Eve had started. We were all excited from the cheer. We waited in our cozy beds for Santa to appear. My heart started to pound with glee, like the roof prince up above. The big man in red in his crazy sled, so full of joy and love. But then there came a jarring plop, like a bag of wet cement. But that was nothing to the smell that came from every vent. Dropped a package on my rooftop. Now we can't get anywhere near the tree. We had to evacuate for Christmas. That stinky little reindeer made us flee.
That's right. Steve Goodie and Bradley Tassel have written a reindeer song about Rudolph dropping a package on their roof. You can go to stevegoodie.com for their Kvetchmas Christmas, the Kvetchmas Carol album, and they're doing virtual events throughout the holiday season. And we'll check in again with Steve Goodie coming up at 5:45. You know what we're going to talk about at 5:45? The cream cheese shortage. That's what I'm going to talk about. But right now we're talking about what are you doing to stay safe this holiday season, and an opportunity to win a gift basket from the Hungry Monkey Baking Company. Mary, it's good to hear from you again today. We were talking about you in my house and you and Judy on the phone together. It was lovely.
I was so kerfluffered. I'm like, I'm talking to Judy.
I know. Isn't that lovely?
No, that was fun. Okay, so I got my booster today, and I told them to supersize me and go ahead and give me my flu shot too.
Right.
And it was at Walgreens, and you're in close quarters, and there were 2 people, and I couldn't help but overhearing, because they were asking, what are you coming for? You know, your first, your second, your third, and I'm a booster, my third. And 2 people were saying that they were getting their first shot. Now, I've been,
But that's good. Hey, we'll take it.
Yes, it is. I've been angry with them, but I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, we're moving the needle. we're
Right.
moving the needle. So, I mean, I don't know if that cheers you up or...
It does.
But,
hey, I'll take it. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, so maybe this is giving them a little scare, or maybe it's the mandates and the restrictions. You know, who knows? I don't care, Patty.
Right.
Get the shot. Get the shot.
Get the damn shot.
Yeah.
Sorry,
now,
everybody.
I'm hosting, yeah, exactly. I'm hosting Christmas Eve here, and so I have, I think I have 5 households, but small groups. My father, my brother, my sister, my sister's family, and then another family. So I think that's like 5. But we're all vaccinated. Everyone's vaccinated. Everyone who can get the booster is getting the booster. My youngest son, who's 17, has not yet gotten the booster. He's going on Sunday. But quite frankly, it was hard for me to get the booster. You know, I trying to get an appointment.
Yeah.
Far enough out for Christmas.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got what I did was I ordered those in-home tests, instant tests, and I'm sending them to all the family members, you know, and I'm going to tell them, test the day before, test the day of, and then this way we can all get together and just take a deep breath and just try and have a semi-normal holiday celebration together. I want to see the kids open the presents.
Yes.
Oh. I know that you can fill their list, but my payoff is when they're ripping things open and they're screaming, and that's that's my thing. Yeah.
That's so sweet. I agree. It's the magic of Christmas because we have to find different magic this year, as we did last year, and this year part of that magic is keeping everyone healthy.
Right, and my son who works with the public, he's actually going out and he's getting, what is that thing, the PCR at CV, the CVS. It's more. He says it's more reliable. He said he'd feel more comfortable. He said I'm going to be the one. If anyone brings it home, I'm going to be the one who brings it home, and I don't want that on me. So God bless him.
God bless him, and God bless you. Hold on the line. Let's see. We're going to pick a number by random for our Hungry Monkey Baking Company basket. Sound good?
Okay.
Stand by. And we've got on hold. Ron is on hold. What are you doing to stay safe during this holiday season for your chance to win the Hungry Monkey Baking Company gift?
Oh, well, what I'm going to do, I scheduled to get my booster, and I'm just going to practice social distancing. And our family, we're just going to have a small get-together. No outsiders or anything. It's going to be just a small get-together, and we're going to open up presents and stay safe.
That's right. Yeah, it's about the love, That's the thing, too, is people are going to be going out to the stores or going to the movies, and I get that, but the most important thing is making sure we get through this holiday season. We were close, and, we were open back up, we were lowering our guard, and now it's time to double down, I think, again.
That's right.
That's right. All right.
And also, I'm a contact tracer.
You are?
I'm a contact tracer. Yeah, I'm working with the city with Leave No Veteran Behind.
Oh, excellent. What can folks do when they find out like that, they've come in contact, like when someone tests positive, what would you say is the best thing for folks to do? Like, let's say I saw someone 10 days ago. And do you go through all your contacts and try to remember where you were when you find out that someone tested positive?
Yes, that would be very helpful if you listed everyone that you knew in a number or anyone that you've gotten in contact with so that we can contact them so they can get a test.
Okay. Yep. When you find out you've been in contact with someone, folks, and my friends have been doing this, and I've been doing this, making sure that people know that someone they know has tested positive. So I appreciate that, and thank you for doing that work, Ron. Thank you so much. Hold on the line. Let's see if you get a basket. 1 second. I'm gonna have somebody text me from my circle of friends, and just without them knowing why, if they're not listening to the show, as to why they're picking a number. Hey, Cam, how are you doing today? Hi, Cam.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Excellent. No complaints.
I could, but you know what? Let's try to keep it positive for a segment or two, right?
Most definitely.
Yep. What are you doing to stay safe this holiday season?
Well, we're just going to make a small gathering in my home and just just immediate family. I'm just going to keep it safe. I don't trust going out or anything, or I don't trust large gatherings at this time.
No.
So we're just going to play it really safely this year.
And that's the thing, too, is that it's one thing that we do that, and you have to, talk to the people in your family, the people that you trust, and say, hey, have you been staying safe? Because we want to be together, right? Absolutely.
My dad is like 90 years old. He makes 90 on December 1st. So, and then I have a granddaughter as well. She's like maybe 18 months old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about keeping people that I love safe. It's more about them than what I want at this time,
Right. What's his name? Your grandfather's name?
Weldon.
Weldon. Well, we wish Weldon a happy birthday. So thank you so much for telling us about him. And we want to make sure that we can enjoy that time together. Stand by, Cam. We're gonna pick a number in just a moment because we've got Denise is our last contestant for Hi, Denise. The Hungry Bunk.
Hi, Patty.
How's it going, Denise? Hi.
I'm calling about the contest.
Yes. What are you doing to stay safe this holiday season?
Taking all precautionary measures that I can. Washing hands. The proper way to mask up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And making sure I got my booster. Okay?
Excellent.
Making sure that everybody around, you can't come to my house unless you're vaccinated.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Have you been able to secure any in-home care with a vaccinated caregiver?
No, I was able to go to the community health center.
Okay, good.
Okay, and if I didn't, I would take the cities, have someone from the city come in to my house to vaccinate me, as long as they're vaccinated.
Right. Well, I'm glad to hear your voice, Denise. Stand by. We're going to pick a number in just a second for our contest. We are giving away a Hungry Monkey Baking Company gift. It's the Santa's favorite gift box. You can go to hungrymonkeybaking.com. That's hungrymonkeybaking.com and their Facebook page. They also have a great social media site. So I've received the number, and it is, hold on, the number is number 5, and that's Denise. So Denise, hold on the line. Lady B will take your information. She's going to ask for your phone number, and we're going to need your address because we're going to deliver this package to you before the holiday. So congratulations, Denise, Ron, Mary, Peggy, and Cam. Thank you so much for calling in. We have more prizes coming up through New Year's Eve. We have gifts from the Gale Street Inn. We have Consume, which maybe you want a gift card to maybe relax through the holidays with a little cannabis. We've got some great gifts coming up in the next. We've got the Displays Theater, the Music Box Theater. We already gave away our great gift to the North Branch Fried Chicken. We've got Consume. We gave that one away. Second City Candle. By the way, my locker smells really good because I have that one. We are going to choose next week. We're going to find a contest for our friends on Facebook so that we can gift one of our friends there as well. So everyone, thank you so much for joining in, and thank you for telling our stories about how you're going to stay safe. And before I go to the break, there was someone, Mary, texted in and said, "I'm glad many people who are getting together for Christmas are vaccinated, but I really think public health officials need to emphasize wearing masks and keeping your distance, even if you are vaccinated." I agree. I was fully vaccinated and got a breakthrough case of COVID. I think we're so focused on vaccines that we're forgetting about physical distancing and mask wearing, which are effective. I'm right there with you, feeling discouraged and anxious. I'm sorry that person hugged you without a mask. I was wearing a mask, just so you know, and I am going back to double masking, by the way. I have walked out of the house and I'm like, that's it. I have to double down. We have to be vigilant here. So that was there wasn't ill intent from that audience member. They enjoyed the show, and I get the energy, but I think it was without thinking. So that was unfortunate, and I was exhaling the whole time. I don't know what to do. When someone surprises you, I don't know why people think that physical contact, and I talked about this with someone yesterday, and it was not a bad, look there, I remember that I'm going to remember this one probably for the rest of my life. I remember the hugs that I didn't want. Do you ever see the movie The Cracked Mirror with Elizabeth Taylor? Anyway, it's a long story. It's about the measles or mumps or something, and she loses a baby. Too much. I don't know why I went that way, because I'm distracted. Anyway, let's take a break here. When we come back, we are going to check in with our friend Mike Crowley. He's a film critic with indie films, and we actually, not just indie, he's an independent film critic, and he will be reviewing the new Spider-Man movie. And Dave, I'll take a call when we come back before we talk about the movies. More after this on Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez on WCPT 820.
Joan Esposito, live, local, and progressive on WCPT Willow Springs is powered by ComEd. Lower your energy bills and reduce your carbon footprint with the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program.
You're listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago traffic update.
Traveling eastbound on I-80. That is jam-packed from Francis Road on over to LaGrange Road with a crash blocking the right lane. South on the Tri-State. Solid from Half-Day Road down to Laycook Road, where crews just cleared a crash. Eden's End from Laycook Road 36, breaking a dumpster. Kennedy outbound at Foster, a wreck. 31 to the junction, 20 in the express, 53 to O'Hare. Inbound from the airport, that's an hour and 26 minutes in from the junction. Ike outbound 59 minutes to 390. Inbound crawls from North Avenue to Austin. 390 back in an hour and 13. Stevenson out to 355 in 50 minutes, jammed out to Cicero. Inbound at 46. Now the Dan Ryan outbound. Bumper to bumper, 47th to the split, circle to 95th, 32. Inbound 28. That's traffic. I'm Mary DeBadges.
At Lowe's Winterfest, save on select appliance special values, plus free local delivery over $396. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. Valid through 12/22/21, U.S. only.
We've all been spending more time indoors than usual, but FinishingChicago.com has an offer to update your interior. Whether your space is residential or commercial, for a limited time you can save up to 25% on painting and decorating. FinishingChicago.com has the most dynamic interior spaces available from industry-leading union craftspeople. That's union quality, efficiency, and industry-leading expertise in your home or commercial space. Visit FinishingChicago.com to find a contractor in your area. This unprecedented access to union quality labor at a reduced rate is only available for a limited time. Revitalize your spaces with fine decorative upgrades applied by the most knowledgeable craftspeople in the industry. Whether it's a new color or transforming your walls into something truly special, our contractors have all the options. Take advantage of FinishingChicago.com's Update Your Interior savings before they're gone. For up to 25% off your new finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
You're listening to WCPT 820, because facts matter.
Grandpa got run over by a hybrid walking through the Whole Foods parking lot. Dang, he said that engine sure is quiet, and that turned out to be his final thought.
The driver did not see him coming till through the windshield Grandpa sailed.
She said at first she thought what hit her was just a giant flying cursing bag of kale.
Soon the whole town was a Twitter with the cautionary tale,
speculating in a whisper, should the driver or the car be sent to jail?
That's again from Conventionist Carols with Bradley Tassel and Steve Goodie. You can go to stevegoodie.com to listen to some more of their music. I have about 2 or 3 of them. I don't know if I want to play the Snowman one because it's I don't know if we're going to have any snow for Christmas. Dave from Hoffman Estates, I'm going to go to the movies real quick. If you don't mind holding on, I definitely want to come to that topic once we get through a movie review with my friend Mike Crowley, who's on the line with us. He's the host of You'll Probably Agree. Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on.
Excellent. I know there's a couple movies you want to talk about, but I want to at some point I'll have you in studio to talk about the movies. But first of all, are you going to the movie theaters? What is it like in person to go see movies? Like, are people following all the? No, they're not. Are people wearing their masks?
They are,
okay,
like
good.
big time. They're. It's funny. Like Netflix at one point, like literally sent me a COVID home test kit.
Really?
And I looked at how much they were online, and they're a lot. Yeah.
Good. I'm with it. So you got the good tests. So tell us a little bit.
You need proof of vaccination, test everything. Yeah, they're very vigilant. Yeah.
That's great. And you now, first of all, are you a comic book movie fan?
You know what? Yes, because the movie that got me into making movies or watching movies, vice versa, was Batman 1989, or the Tim Burton one. I remember as a little kid just listening to Danny Elfman's score, jumping around with the cape on my bed, and then buying the toys and smashing them against the wall and, you know, doing all that fun stuff. And now I have like an authentic 89 Batman poster in my room. So I became like a fan of comic book movies. And yeah, now I'm starting to actually read the comic books themselves a little more, which is odd at my age to be doing that, but whatever.
Well, I think that what a great point, because that was a turning point moment for the Batman series, and I have to believe well, Superman was a great movie with Christopher Reeves. I absolutely love that, but I grew up with the Adam West, you know, Burt Ward, the campy, you know, Pausa, and you know, all that stuff, and I liked it, and I had fun being, you know, I got to be. I mean, Batgirl was amazing, and I grew up on Wonder Woman, and I have loved the evolution of these. I wasn't as much of a Spider-Man fan. I mean, the cartoon was pretty popular when I was a kid. Yeah. Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I could do that.
The 60s one where they had the actual pointing meme that's like online now. Where like all the Spider-Men are pointing at each other in a semicircle.
Well, so I've heard. I saw on someone's post. Nick DiGilio posted about Spider-Man. What is it? Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's very meta, and if you like meta, you'll love this. I believe is what he said. So what are your thoughts? What can you share with us about Spider-Man: No Way Home?
You know, I'm gonna put meta in my review now, because that's true. It is really meta, but it's meta in a very like sweet, heartfelt, wonderful way that's very, and I'm thinking of taking my like review back on Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's very much like the antithesis of that film, where it's not Bill Murray throwing on the proton pack being like, yeah, how much is the paycheck? Or Harrison Ford showing up in, you know, The Rise of Skywalker where he didn't even shave and he's like, I'll do the bleeping scene. Here, it's like you can tell that the villains that they've showed in the trailers so far, without spoiling anything, because you should absolutely go into this movie fresh, I'll just say whoever appears through the multiverse, it's not just something they put in the script to make money. There's like meaning and understanding and love to it. And it really is sort of about redemption and how time heals and how, in a way, it captures the very heart of who Spider-Man / Peter Parker is, and that is a good person who will go to the ends of the earth to save someone, even if they seem like they're beyond redemption. And it was beautiful. Like, I almost cried during it. It was so good. And I never had that happen. Like, never. Like, usually I'm like, never picture this movie in your head before you see it, because you're going to be disappointed. Which is funny, because there was like a line in the movie where Zendaya's MJ says something like, you know what, if you're always set up for failure, you'll never be disappointed.
Right.
Which is kind of a meta line in and of itself, saying, yeah, the fans are going to be like, you better have this, you better have that, or we'll be mad, you know. Anyway, but
right. Yeah, fandom ownership of storylines is amazing. But I've done that too. When George Lucas re-released his original 3, you know, it was 4, 5, and 6. I was like, oh, come on, Han shot first. But you know, it's not our toy. You know what I mean? But we feel like it sometimes. And look, I've read that some folks didn't ever think they were going to like, a Spider-Man more than they loved Tobey Maguire. I love Tom Holland. I love Tobey Maguire too, but I think Tom Holland is so good. I mean, he's just so sweet and charismatic and has so much depth to him. Do you have that feeling about him too?
Yeah, it's weird. He really captured both Peter Parker and Spider-Man, because before it was sort of like the Christian Bale / Michael Keaton thing, where it's like Michael Keaton, I think, is like the best Batman. Like, you believe that guy is psychotic enough to like put like his eyes even look like bat wings, right? But Christian Bale is like the most fascinating Bruce Wayne. His Batman, you know, has that like throat cancer voice, which is weird. Where you have, you know, in the old Spider-Man movies, you had Tobey Maguire, who was the best Peter Parker, and I think Andrew Garfield, once he put the mask on, he's like quipping and everything like that, he made the best Spider-Man. But then Tom Holland was like the best of both worlds, where he's nerdy, but he's not too nerdy, and he's quippy, and maybe sometimes too quippy, but it's kind of cute because he was always too quippy in the comics anyways.
Yeah.
So it worked for the material, and in this film, he reaches like a level of anger and rage that's actually like fascinating to see, that I thought had more range than a lot of his scenes in like Cherry, which is a movie done by the Russo brothers where he plays like a drug addict and blah, blah, blah. He won an Oscar. And for sort of like an Oscar type role, it was very good. But this really shows some range to him that, like, I'm excited to see how people see how far he goes at one point in the movie.
Well, and just on Tom Holland for a moment, I don't know if you saw that he is going to play one of my favorite stars of all time.
I know what you're talking about.
I grew up on black and white movies. Yeah, what was that?
Fred Astaire, right?
Yeah, he's going to play Fred Astaire. I am so excited. If folks don't realize how great of a dancer Tom Holland is, I don't know the name of the show. It's like a lip sync battle, I think. And he does a Rihanna song. He does Umbrella. And it is...
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's mind-blowing. During the pandemic, Mike, I had a chance to find things that I never would have seen otherwise. I'm like just scrolling through things. It's unbelievable. He's an incredible dancer, and I'm excited that he's playing Fred Astaire. But back to Spider-Man. Is Spider-Man only, No Way Home, only available in movie theaters right now?
I believe so, but let me double-check. But I believe Spider-Man No Way Home, they are banking on it being in the theater. And, yeah, pretty much, like, you have to see it on the big screen anyways. But, yeah, it's going to be only in theaters right now.
So,
like, you can't see it on Disney Plus as of yet, I'm guessing, but it might be on, it'll probably be on way later.
Well, I'm going to wait till it's on digital because I'm not going to the theaters anytime soon. I know that it's others I don't trust. It's just like driving, Sometimes you like this is every day has got to be like driving on New Year's Eve. It's not you that I'm worried. I mean, it's not me I'm worried about. It's everybody else, all the amateurs, and we got people who aren't being safe. But you also messaged me that you saw the Matrix movie, and I don't think you're allowed to review it yet. But should we be excited?
I'm just going to say, I'm excited to see what other people think, and I'll just leave it at that.
So outstanding. Okay, so we'll look forward to that review when you're able to, when the embargo is lifted.
Good or bad, we'll see.
Yeah. When it's lifted, we'd love to have you back and talk about that. So you are recommending. Do you have any rating system for your movies, or just recommend or don't recommend?
I would say, okay, so for my thing, I just use the classic Roger Ebert 4-star system, but I use Guinnesses instead since we are in a bar. So out of 4 Guinnesses, I might go for 4. I might go for 3.5 just because, like, one of the characters, I'm like, does he need to be in there? He's one of the characters in the trailers, so.
Okay.
But, I mean, outside of that, it might be a 4. I'm very close to a 4.
Near perfect from Mike Crowley. And let folks know, where do they find your work, your reviews, and your podcasts?
So YPAreviews.com. To make that easier, the YPA stands for You'll Probably Agree. And also, there's another website where my written review will be on there. Right now, my podcast, like literally when I walked out from the theater, is at YPA Reviews, or actually, if you just look it up on Apple Podcasts or SoundCloud, you'll find it there. And then the other one is 25yearslater.com, where my written review, my spoiler-free written review will be up.
Excellent. Well, if you've got something to review, maybe we'll do it on Thursday so people know what to watch. Let's figure out something for digital for Christmas Eve, because I am one of those families that we watch movies. So on the 23rd, do you have time to come back and join us at 5:30 or so?
Oh, I love to. Oh, I know my favorite Christmas movie, and it never stops getting funny until it's on cable.
Oh, you can tell us that now, but we can do a whole list next. Yeah, go ahead. What's your favorite holiday movie?
Oh, that's Christmas Vacation. It's either that. It's like Christmas. I need to see if Christmas Vacation and It's a Wonderful Life.
Aww.
I should just have them get together in like a cage death match with Christmas decorations.
We should do brackets.
Fight it out and see which one. Yeah, and we'll see which one like actually wins in the end.
Oh, I love that. Well, we'll talk to Mike Crowley next Thursday. Go to YPA.com for his reviews and podcasts. You'll probably agree.
Yeah, YPAreviews.com.
I apologize. YPAreviews.com. Thank you so much, Mike. Have a great weekend, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Bye, Mike. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation. Steve Goodie's going to join us, and we'll talk to Dave from Hoffman Estates and Roosevelt. Everyone's calling in the last segment, and I think that Steve will appreciate chatting with you guys, too. More in a moment on Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez. Thank you all for putting me in a better mood. We'll get through this. It's the holidays. It's yay, cheery and stuff.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
If this doesn't want to make you get your blood pressure under control, I'm not sure what will. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. Adults who were diagnosed with hypertension or high blood pressure between the ages of 35 to 44 had smaller brain sizes and were more likely to be diagnosed with dementia compared to adults their age with normal blood pressure. This is according to a new study published in Hypertension, a journal of the American Heart Association. Now, hypertension is more common as someone gets older, but what this study adds to the conversation is that people really need to pay attention to their blood pressure earlier in life. What's at play here? Well, hypertension over time impacts blood flow to the brain and can potentially damage the brain structure. That's how one expert puts it. If left untreated, it could also affect brain function. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas.
Call 800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380.
Napa know-how. At Napa, get great deals on a variety of Craftsman tools all month long for those DIYers in your family. Like the 20-volt drill driver combo with a battery and charger for just $119. With a deal like that, we're putting unfinished projects on notice. Looking at you, loose doorknob. That's the drill driver combo, just $119. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and NapaOnline.com while supplies last. Offer ends 12/31/21.
Good Chicago's
morning,
Progressive Talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Good morning, and welcome to your AccuWeather update. We've got several inches of frozen precipitation on the ground, and it's still coming down. That's right, it's snowing. Coming up, a complete list of school closings right after this.
Coming to ya on an icy road. There's no school, no, they're all closed. And when you wake up, you get rolling. It's good packing, and it's still snowing. Make a snowman. I'm a snowman. Build a snowman. I'm a snowman. Gotta roll out.
That's Steve Goodie's Snowman from Conventionist Carols, and we are hanging out in this last stretch of the show as we head into the weekend, and I want to get to our callers. I mean, Dave has been on hold. Thank you so much, Dave, for hanging in there. We continue our conversation about vaccinations. What's on your mind?
Yeah, real quick with the on that laugh club or whatever. Do they have any like house rules, like telling the people, don't be hugging? That's like one of your biggest pet peeves, if I recall, right? Do they got to show like a card before they go in that they've had their rabies shot there?
I need a sign that says, "Please do not hug the performer," or something. Like do not feed.
Or whoever the main guy of the club is, they should have it out right away, saying that, especially in this day and age, that. Jeez.
There's a movie. Have you ever seen the movie Lady Bird? It came out a couple years ago. Yeah. So she doesn't like to hug, so she always puts her hand out. She goes, "I'm a shaker," and that's I loved that. I never was able to let people know I had boundaries, and so it was empowering to hear a young woman say that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a shaker. And it's not that I never hug or that I hate it. It's when it's unexpected. It's just sometimes I flinch. So I've gotten better at it. It used to be much worse for me.
But now it's more justifiable now. But
yeah, no, I don't.
Like about a shaker, like Howie Mandel too. He's one that never liked people shaking his hand even. But
yeah.
I was mentioning Lady B, and that I was reading now where this week now they've started, the military services have been starting that disciplinary actions, discharging these troops. You know, as we know, earlier this week the Air Force let 27 go, and yesterday the Marines have discharged 103 Marines so far, and then the Army's got more than 2,700 soldiers at the beginning discharge proceedings in January, and they're saying they can get up to as many as 20,000 unvaccinated forces are at risk of being removed from the service. So
and are you familiar? Then they lose any of the benefits? I mean, is it like is it somehow is it discharge?
A lot of them on either honorable under general and stuff like that. If they get like a general discharge, well, then they get they're not going to be able to get like schooling benefits and stuff like that. They'll lose out on some benefits because of the type of discharge they get. So
it really is. And look, I'm reading that it's about 1.5% of the military is what they're going to right now. Not that it's being discharged, but there are about 20,000 more that are working their way through the exemptions process or have flatly refused. So that number comes up to 1.5 of the roughly 1.3 million active duty troops. And the thing is, this is part of being battle ready. This is the same thing and not just battle ready, performance ready, whether it's our police department, our fire department, our public workers, us, for our family members, is being prepared for what happens next. Because right now we are heading towards bad numbers.
Right, and they're gonna, I lost my train of thought.
I apologize. I was proud.
No, that's fine. The BB rolled off. But listen, I know you got the others that want to talk, so let me. Unlike sometimes, I don't want to tie up the line. So you have a good weekend.
Let me ask you this. First of all, don't forget do you can join in our contest when we have those for these gifts that we have over the next 10 days or 8 days. But what is your favorite holiday movie? Do you have one?
I don't know. We watched like The Wonderful Life and some of those, that knockoffs of them. There've been a couple that were pretty good, and
yeah.
My wife is like you say, like yourself, one of them with the black and white. She always, she's seen plenty of these movies. She loves them. With
well, if you're a fan of Frank Capra's, I recommend Meet John Doe with Barbara Stanwyck and Gary Cooper, and it's kind of a holiday movie. It goes through to New Year's Eve actually, and I would say it's a progressive movie, and we should talk about that in the next few weeks. If that's our movie, you know what? That is my movie club assignment for the holiday season: is Meet John Doe with Barbara Stanwyck and Gary Cooper.
I've probably seen it about 5 times already, but anyway.
If you don't recall, Barbara Stanwyck is a columnist for a paper, and the movie begins with almost everybody in the newsroom being fired. It's during the Great Depression, or I think it's during the Great Depression, and she concocts this working man, and it's about workers' rights, and they basically she creates this image of fighting for humanity and what it means, fighting against the rich and things like that. So, if it doesn't sound familiar, I highly recommend that you watch it, and we'll talk about it in the next maybe the week of New Year's.
All right, then you be safe, be well, and Lady B, same to you. Have a good weekend. Be safe, be well.
Thank you so much, Dave. Have a great evening, a great weekend. Take care. And Roosevelt's on the line. Hi, Roosevelt. Did you hear yesterday that there's a listener? You're one of their favorite callers? You have a fan. You have fans.
I heard your show, and I heard the listener. I think his name is Bob. Shout out to Bob. Thank you, Bob. Have a Merry Christmas, Bob. Appreciate your comments. Back to you. I don't want to waste any time, so I'm going to go with the movies.
Okay.
Okay? Uh-huh. These are the ones I like. I like Bad Santa.
All right. Okay. With I love Lauren Graham. I believe she plays the girlfriend. Billy Bob Thornton. I just can't with him. I don't know what it is. But I just watched the Friday Night Lights movie where he plays the coach. But I love Lauren Graham. So Bad Santa is one of your favorites. What else you got?
Love Actually. The Holiday. My wife never misses The Holiday.
The Holiday?
No, The Holiday.
The Holiday with Cameron Diaz? Is that the one?
Cameron Diaz.
There we go. Okay.
Edward Scissorhands, Trading Places.
That's a great one. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, Don Amici, and Ralph Bellamy. Got it. Jamie Lee Curtis is spectacular in that movie. Oh,
exactly, spectacular. Nightmare Before Christmas, Batman Returns, The Family Man.
Okay, Nicolas Cage. Gotcha.
Serendipity.
Ooh, Serendipity with John Cusack.
Yep.
Wow.
Lethal Weapon, believe it or not, it's a Christmas movie.
I agree with you on this. Everyone talks about Die Hard. Unfortunately, it also stars Mel Gibson, so that makes it a complicated movie. But I agree. I love Danny Glover. Can you? By the way, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Danny Glover was my age that I am now, and he was too old for this stuff. It's a different word, but I'm like, this isn't that. It's not that old.
Yep. You know what? You should take the topic of songs. One of my favorite songs, and I always play the video. This is before the videos, and that was Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Father Christmas. Mm-hmm. And it's on YouTube. And to me, he is one of the greatest voices of rock and roll. And one of the first few super groups, other than Cream, because Cream was a super group, super rock group. But Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Father Christmas. The video is all over. I suggest people watch it. And it's a great arrangement of that song, the way he did that. And that guy was a genius to me. I mean, he was a genius. And both two of the three guys are dead. There's another one. There's another movie that is a funny one, but I can't think of it.
Well, we got time next week. We got time, and I've got to run because the show's over, and I have to promote just one more thing before I go. Thank you so much, Roosevelt. Have a spectacular weekend, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. And before I go, remember, next week we have more wonderful prizes to give away, including gifts from Music Box Theater, Displays Theater, Gale Street Inn. We've got Consume. We've got a gift card from them. And I hope to see some of you safely, double masked and vaccinated. There's great events this weekend. We've got the Jefferson Park Sunday Market at the Copernicus Center. That's Sunday, December 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've got wonderful, we've got crafts and produce. We've got, there's a cash bar. So if you want to have a cocktail safely, we will be there. And also, North Branch Fried Chicken has their pop-up event tomorrow. Their wonderful little stores, their wonderful little restaurant is right there on Northwest Highway near the Austin, like the Gladstone Park Metro Station. So hope to see you there. We will talk to you next week. Lady B, have a great weekend. Thank you for everything. Everyone be well. Bye.
The leading sign of COVID is a fever, so everyone needs an accurate thermometer. Try the Exergen Temporal Scanner and learn more at Exergen.com.
AP News, I'm Tim McGuire. The defense rests in the man